Welcome everyone to the integral of today number 1. I plan to upload an integral every single day and I plan to solve them every single day. So hopefully I will be able to continue making videos like this, but this is the first of those planned videos and we will start off by finding the integral of secant cubed x dx. Maybe you want to try this on your own, so if that is the case, please stop the video for a second and try it on your own. Okay, I assume that you gave it a go or you just want to do it together. In any case, let's get started. So the way that we want to approach this is by, first of all, separating secant cubed of x into two parts. Secant x times secant squared x, and you have the dx. This is pretty basic, I guess. Now we will be using integration by parts, and I have a video about integration by parts. If you want to access that video, you can do so from the cards right now and also from the descriptions part. Now, using the idea that was covered in that video, we will say this is u. Maybe I should write it here. So we will say that secant of x is u, and then we will have secant squared x dx equaling dv. Using the first one, we can see that du is equal to, what is the derivative of secant of x? It is, you might not know this, but you can try this on your own. It is going to be secant of x times tangent of x dx. And what is the, if we integrate both sides on this one to get v, what is the integral of secant squared x? It is tangent of x. And you could put plus c here, but you don't need to, because you're just looking for a substitution that will work. You don't need to make the most general substitution. A substitution where c is equal to 0 does the job for you. So this is gone. Okay. And now we will just apply the integration by parts formula. We will have u times v. So it is secant of x. Well, I should continue with the other color. Secant of x, tangent of x minus. We will have v times du. So v is tangent of x. And du is here, so it becomes tangent squared secant of x dx. Okay, so far so good. Now let me write the first term one more time. For the second term, I want to substitute for tangent squared of x. We know that sine squared plus cosine squared gives you 1. If I divide both sides by cosine squared, we see that 1 plus, well, actually, tangent squared plus 1 gives you 1 over cosine squared, so secant squared of x. And since I want to substitute for tangent squared of x, let's solve for that guy. It is secant squared x minus 1. I will take this, substitute it here. So when I do that, I still have the integral sign. And now I also will distribute the secant. So we will have secant cubed of x minus secant of x. You have the dx then. Let's continue. So we will have minus secant cubed x dx plus secant x dx. Notice that I just split the integral into two integrals. We can do this in case of an addition or a subtraction. And for this time we had subtraction. I also distributed this negative sign so that this is a positive. And now you should see what is happening. Look at this. This is equal to this part. Right, isn't it? But I will write it here as well so that it will be more apparent what I'm doing. Now, if I add this integral to both sides, which is what we're trying to find, what happens then? Well, we get 2 the integral that we're trying to find, the integral of secant cubed of x dx, it is going to be equal to. Notice I added this to both sides. So on the left it cancelled and I'm writing the left to the right. So we have secant of x tangent of x plus the integral secant of x dx. And what is this guy? Well, I mean, you could check this, and I don't want to take up much time in this video, but what you do is you're going to multiply the inside by this term, by this. And when you do that, you will see that this leads to the result. And like, if this part is not clear, please say it in the comment section, and I can do a separate video where I find the integral of secant of x. That's no problem. But I trust that you can do it. Just give it, I don't know, like 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. I think it will take less than that, but just work on this for 30 minutes at least if you can't do it, and I'm sure you'll get it done. So this is going to be ln secant of x plus tangent of x. As I said, I suggest that you try to see how this is correct. Okay then, so we're just going to divide by 2 to find the integral that we want to find. So the integral of secant cubed of x dx is equal to secant of x times tangent of x plus ln of the absolute value secant of x plus tangent of x all over 2. Of course, I should have said there is a plus c here from the integral of secant of x, which will be here. Okay, you can edit here as well, but you just have c over 2, which is just another constant, so why not put it at the very end? And that, my friend, is the integral of secant cubed of x dx. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please add them in the comment section. I hope to see you in other videos and also in other integral of the day videos. So stay tuned, and until then, take care.